everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back, and we're doing a best of 3 Crimson Vow draft. Well, we opened Kaya. This is a tough one to build around. So you can make your creature tokens bigger, and then if you're making creature tokens, you can make twice as many, and then you can make a bunch of spirit tokens for each card exiled from all graveyards. I mean, the ultimate on this is pretty huge payoff. There's Whispering Wizard, otherwise Brian Comer. These cards are great, but you know what? Kaya's just cool enough where I'll take it, and we'll see if we can build around it. If we can't, I gave up some pretty sweet picks, but it's okay. We'll look for, I mean, the sad part is we want Whispering Wizard and Brian Comer with Kaya. Even though they're in blue, I would splash for Kaya or them just to get the token generation, but that's okay. Let's try it. I think it's a pretty questionable rare, but easy Hero's Downfall here. Makes me like the Kaya pick a little bit better. Sigarda's Imprisonment in here. Undead Butler. Wolf Rider. That's a cool one with it too. Spit out some token wolves and make them bigger. Also, I mean, it gives all your creatures Death Touch too, so it's not like it's that bad. LSV gave it a 1 out of 5, which is kind of crazy because it still feels like a build around. That ultimate is legit. Exile all cards from all graveyards and then make a billion 1/1 white creature tokens that fly. Yeah. I mean, if you can protect this, you win the game. Definitely. If that survives long enough, you just get a billion dudes. What are they going to do? Wow. Well, I haven't played with Grolnok. That'd be a fun build around too. Otherwise, Nurturing Presence. Yeah, Nurturing Presence wants to be in the Kaya deck too. But, gosh, it's pretty greedy to take Grolnok here, but otherwise, what am I taking? Because we don't have any token creators here. I have to take Nurturing Presence. Let's just take Grolnok and see if that's available too. We'll go a couple different directions because I haven't played the Grolnok deck yet. And this card's pretty legit. Because it's whenever a permanent card is put into your graveyard from your library. So if you have any way to mill yourself, you don't have to necessarily attack to get the value out of it. And green-blue does have mill. Otherwise, I'm taking a Presence here to try and make Kaya work, which is fine. But you know what? We'll take Grolnok. We'll see if we can put it together. All right, Infestation Expert seems good with Kaya. And then we really are trying the E4 color thing. Otherwise, Fierce Retribution or Lunar Rejection. So really, it's like what direction... I guess it makes more sense to probably go the Kaya direction based on these picks, because I can go Lunar Rejection, or I think Lunar Rejection might be slightly better than Fierce Retribution because it draws you a card. But we already have Hero's Downfall, so maybe we just take the Retribution for more time buying for Gaia purposes. And we can still splash token generation if we have to. Ooh. Okay. All right. I see what we're doing. We're going to do Dying to Serve. Now we need blood tokens too. Okay. Doom Dissenter. There's another one that's good with Kaya. Okay, they're all there. All the things are there. Question is, can we make this work? Hero Blessed Geist definitely wants to be in the Kaya deck. So does Crawling Infestation. That's cool. That really works well with Kaya, because it fuels your graveyard from the ultimate, and it gives you creature tokens to pump. But if we don't have to splash, we shouldn't. So we'll take Hero and Blessed Geist, which is a fine card, and still works with Kaya synergistically. Can do the Specimen, or we can do the Rallier. Well, Specimen is cheaper. It's better with Exploit. Rallier is good cost for defensiveness, but I mean, we're in Exploit colors. Maybe the Specimen's smarter. They're both mediocre. We'll take Specimen because there's more upside to it. Rallier is just a 3-drop blocker, basically, in this deck, which, I mean, neither one is great for the deck, if we're being completely honest, but I'll go with the Specimen. So Minister is good. Black-White also likes life gain and gets value out of it, so we'd probably take it over the Griff Rider. That makes sense. Gargantua technically would be good in here if we had the token generators, which we currently don't. But that's all right. I'm going to take this over the Griff Rider. I think it, like I said, the life gain actually makes sense in here. Brian Comer Splash could make sense with Kaya. Yeah, I don't care enough about a Slayer or a... Dying to Serve is not going to work out unless we get some some discard value, but that's all right. We'll take Braincomber. I'll consider it. Technically a token generator. I guess I'll take this. Could take Repository Scab if I'm already going to splash blue, because I don't really want to play Rescue. It does technically work with Heron Blessgeist, but whatever. We'll take the Scab. All right, Nurturing Presence now. Not the most excited about it, but could make sense in here, possibly. I mean, it's good with Braincomber. All right, guess we'll take the Rescue. All right, Grolnock's probably not happening, is it? Infantry, there's a good one. All right. Solid pick there. Technically, we could splash that. I don't want to. Shattered Sanctum makes the mana base better. Otherwise, Courier Bat. We do have a little bit of life gain. Not much, though. Probably just take the Sanctum. Get the free card that makes 3-color a little more realistic if we have to go 3-color. No token generation in here. Bloodcrazed Socialite would be better with our Dying to Serve. That's true. But let's just make the mana base better. I don't think we're going to be short on playables, so... Make the mana base better for free. Not give up anything too crazy. Once again, Kaya doesn't need to put counters on creature tokens for that ultimate to be good, but would be a lot better if I could protect her. You have to protect her for, what, 3 turns total? It's not the easiest thing in the world to do. So we could do the Ghoul. It's going to be good with Specimen. Hopeful Initiate would be better if we're like beating down, which I don't think we are. Ghoul is not that exciting, but I guess we already have a Persistent Specimen. We could do the Gargantua, which isn't bad. It's another way to sack. There's no way we're playing the Rescue, is there? I don't think so. And Gargantua is much worse if we play Sigarda's Imprisonment or Fear of Death as well. Something to consider. I mean, Hopeful Initiate is good. There's probably a pretty good chance we get the Ghoul back anyway. We'll give the Initiate a try. Cavalry is pretty slick. Blood Fountain can get some creatures back and makes a blood token. We do have 1 zombie currently. Probably just go for the Cavalry. It flies. It can make other things fly. It's probably good enough. Still a little bit light on the token generation. That's all right. So we can take the Point of Discussion. I might like that. Squire has always been kind of disappointing for me. Specimen would be maybe good. But Point of Discussion kind of makes sense, I guess, with Dying to Serve. I want some blood token generation. Butler getting things back. Or we can just take the Gluttonous Guest. Another chance to get the Persistent Specimen. But Guest makes sense. It draws cards. It gives us a token. It gains its life. A lot of things that I want. I like the Butler, too. But we don't have anything like busted to bring back anyway, so whatever. We'll play the Gluttonous Guest. I do I'll be honest, I kind of want to make Dying to Serve work. I don't know if it's going to work, but I kind of want it to. Probably take another Infantry here. It's more enchantments for like Braincomber, Synergy, whatever. Another Infantry, yeah, it's fine. They're perfectly acceptably good. As of now, it does kind of appear as though I don't really have a ton of incentive to splash blue. Skull Scab. Probably just take another Minister. I wish we had some life gain synergy, because right now... All right, we got the Bat. That's good. I'm going to take the Bat because we have 2 Ministers and a Gluttonous Guest. So Bat to me makes sense more than a Heron. So we got the Ghoul and the Gargantua back. They're both reasonable. Probably are not going to end up needing to splash, I imagine. So could take the Gargantua. I'd probably rather have a thing that can kill my opponent that can sack a Specimen. Although, as of now, the Specimen's not looking that exciting either. I guess we'll take a Trainee. I mean, blue is wide open. Specimen number 2 versus Adamant Will. Well, guess we'll take this Specimen. I mean, maybe I want the Adamant Will, but I found Adamant Will to be sadly disappointing. Valderan Estate makes sense with our Dying to Serve, so that's probably just something we want to do. Otherwise, we could take yet another Braincomber. We do have Braincomber in general is synergistically good with this deck, although I don't think, once again, I don't think we're going to need to splash. I only have one vampire, but State at least is some synergy with Dying to Serve. I'd like a little bit more, but it also has synergy with Guest, too. All right, we'll take the Estate. Oh, Edgar. Don't mind if I do. Plus, that's so perfect. Also spits out tokens. Cool. We got Kaya and Edgar. That's fun. All right, taking it. Well, I think we're off the Braincomber splash just because it's not necessary, despite having, like, no token generation. I'll take the Mind Leech Ghoul. We have 2 persistent specimens, so it potentially could be good here. Another infantry or Heron Blessed Geist. Well, I think I kind of want the Heron Blessed Geist just because I think at this point we have enough enchantments where this could come in and both sides are pretty useful for us. I mean, admittedly, we already have quite a bit of top end, but that's all right. Probably take the Scavenger here. It's a good card in general. Randomly gains life sometimes. There's also Kind the Ancestor, which is pretty good. And also gaining life, good for bat. But this having Death Touch is pretty nice. Dorothea. Well, probably take the Griffwing, the second one. Yeah, that's fine. Giving flying is good. It's got training. Makes sense. Well, this deck didn't turn out the way I expected it to, but I kind of like it. Unfortunately, I don't think the Dying to Serve is going to work out, which is really disappointing because I really wanted it to, but we just do not have we don't have the goods for it. Sadly, it's a fun build around, and it really would have been cool in this deck. I would have wanted the synergy there, but that's all right. Maybe a third Heron Blessed Geist. I mean, I think we have the enchantments to support it. It says we only have 2, but really we have like 5. Otherwise, I'm taking a Heron of Hope, which is not bad either. Whatever, I'll take 3 Heron Blessed Geists. They make they make sense. Make token creatures. Dying to Serve, I think, unfortunately, yeah, not going to work out. That's okay. All right, another Minister, or we can take the Grisly Ritual. We're actually Removal Light, aren't we? We have Fierce Retribution, Hero's Downfall, and that's basically it. Neratide Gargantua. I don't really want to play Grisly Ritual, and we don't have the support for Ragged Recluse in here. Could just play another Minister. I mean, they gain life, they're okay. Or I could take the Flyer like they're suggesting. I might just take the Flyer. So we can take another Nurturing Presence. We could take the Braincomber. We still have a chance to splash it. I don't think we need to. I might agree with the Heron here. We might just be on the evasive plan now. 4-drop expensive deck. All right, we'll take Sigarda's Imprisonment. That's unfortunately going to make it makes our Gargantua worse, but you can always exile whatever it's enchanting, so I think it still works. All right, well, I tried my best to build around the Kaya. Well, that's interesting. Last pick playable is cool. We don't have a lot of 3-power creatures, which makes the Griff Riders slightly worse, but that's okay. We've got the infantries to boost them, and the ministers. Yeah, that's fine, actually. So, how many vampires did I end up with? Only 2, but this one actually makes more vampires, which is kind of cool. And if we're 2-color, I can still play Valdarin Estate. So, 23 creatures. I think we're off the persistent specimens. We have, what, 2 exploits, and neither of them are all that exciting. I probably ditched the trainee. Not that it's terrible, but it's not great either, and we need to cut creatures. I'd rather keep my flyers. So we can ditch the trainee. I might ditch the initiate too. Initiate can sometimes be useful, but I mean, we can cut 3 creatures here and call it a deck. What would those be? Maybe I don't need 3 Heron Blessed Geists, but maybe we don't need the Gargantua. We're so removal light, I kind of want to do it, but I do feel as though we should cut creatures here. So Ghoul can probably go. It's a pretty whatever creature anyway. We don't necessarily need the Guest. It has good synergy with Courier Bat. But that's about it. I'd probably rather just go for flyers. So could cut the Gargantua, could cut the Guest, and maybe just call it a deck. And then we have a ton of flyers, a good amount of early game. Kaya, of course. All right. Well, it's an interesting one. All right. Well, we'll, I guess, run it like this, and we'll see you round one. All right. Well, I'm going to keep this. We don't have white mana, which is going to slow our plays down, but we have point of discussion, so even if we draw swamps, hopefully we can find what we need. Which would be white mana. I mean, we could just rip a white mana in here and be in good shape, too. So it intercept unless you control 2 or more other lands. Well, I guess since I'm not playing anything else, you might as well do it. Doesn't really matter. All right, opponent goes Binding Geist, so now we can at least go infantry in. We can Fierce Retribution the Binding Geist. I'm kind of okay with that, actually. They end up getting decent value out of it, but it's all right. Like if they do it on the Griff Rider, if they do the Binding Ice on the Griff Rider, I still can train it. If they do it on the infantry, I get a chump blocker that comes back as a +2/+2 aura at some point. So neither of those seem bad to me. Could also theoretically block with the infantry and have the aura. But I'm okay killing this. Seeing what they do. Like I said, either of the creatures, if they put Binding Ice on either of those creatures, it's kind of fine. Let's do the point of discussion first, because I'm going to play Hopeful Initiate anyway. All right, that's cool. So now we can go land, we can smash. They can, whatever, they can Fierce Retribution one of our dudes. We'll play the Hopeful Initiate. And then next turn we can get the Heron down and set up for, that's fine too. Set up for Courier Bat, getting back Griff Rider probably. I guess Hopeful Initiate at some point possibly could blow up their auras too. But I need to get some counters first. I could use the infantry as something I should just keep in my mind here. All right, Dream Shackle Geist is a pretty dirty one. If I ripping a land here, how good is ripping a land here? I guess it gives me 2 flyers. Well, I think we do best use of mana here and do the Heron Blessed Geist. Oh, I should have attacked there. That's all right. One card left in their hand. All right. Okay. Well, I think we're just going to go for the 2. Could do the Heron here, actually. Does not make the best use of mana. However, getting the lifelink with the Courier Bat does seem too good to pass up. Sure. So, next turn we'll have to play 2 dudes. All right. I guess I didn't need to play that. Do I want to wait for life gain? I guess we do the infantry on the Heron Blessed Geist here. Although now if my Geist dies, I won't have an enchantment. But the problem was if I do it on the Griff Rider, it doesn't seem that good to me. I have a feeling we're going to have to play the bat. If we draw a land, at least we have the blood token. Heron Blessed Geist is pretty good too. Technically, I could discard that and get 2 flyers. That's not bad either. It's kind of like getting a free spell. It's not bad. I think I'm going to do it. As awkward as that might seem. Like I said, you kind of get a free spell and 2 dudes out of it. Wow. I'm going to see if it resolves first. All right. So now we can do this. They tap a 1/1, we just probably chump the Geist. How much do they have to pay to... Well, I don't want them to get a free card draw, so I guess we'll just go like this. This does give them some extra bodies, but I'm okay with it. That's not the one I was expecting them to do it on. So I can do both of these now, which means we probably just attack with both. Get the training going. We're both like all flying that deck here. Still don't quite understand, why they put the cat-like thing on their token. It would have made way more sense in the Brinecomber, I would think. But maybe they just wanted the evasion. So I can do Sanctify. It blows up like half. I mean, it blows up some stuff. It's really not that good here. I'm not really feeling it. Like, it's cool that it kind of deals with half of a card, but I don't know if that's actually good. They have multiple Binding Geists, which I think are good. And they have the Brinecombers, which is definitely good. Dream Shackle Geist, which is definitely good. We don't have too much of a sideboard, to be honest. It's basically like Sanctify or Bust here, so let's stick to the same plan. At least we have a lot of flyers. We have some life gain. Hope that's good enough for us. All right, I guess we'll keep. My opponent wants to play second, which is also interesting. They took a mulligan. This hand is not that good. I mean, it's got removal. We have both colors. We have removal. We have a Heron, but it's a little bit on the slow side. But I guess our deck in general is a little bit on the slow side. Okay. Good draw there. Get the life gain going. Uh-oh. Well, I don't really want a Hero's Downfall, a Twin Blade Geist. Might be willing to take 2 damage here. And the cool thing is next turn I can play the Heron and gain 2 from the Minister, which is pretty slick. That one... Actually, I don't really want to kill that either. That's tough. Because if I kill that, then they can put it on the Geist, and actually they can draw 2 cards. Which is pretty strong. So I think we just go land Heron, and I'm going to gain 2 life. If they have an answer for the Heron, then we could be in trouble here, but we have to hope they don't. If they leave 2 mana up, I probably need to play around the Fierce Retribution. All right, no play. That's good. Definitely playing around the Fierce Retribution. We're not going to mess around with that. So I think we just go land, infantry. If they counter that, then I probably get in with the Heron and call it good. Because I can give it Vigilance. Yeah. Wait, I can pay for that? Never mind. No problem. Could have attacked there. I don't want them just drawing a bunch of cards, though. I'm going to play it cautious here. All right, they did not leave up. Imprisonment is actually pretty good. Gosh, if I target that with imprisonment too, that's a problem. Well, am I more worried about the Catgeist or the Double Strike? It's kind of not exactly sure. Oh wait, it doesn't get Vigilance, does it? I'm going to do the Catgeist. Okay, I can downfall the token here. I think I will. I'm going to downfall the token. I don't love it. I don't love it, I'll be honest. But if I don't do this, just because of the way they did it, this way I'm getting damage in. I still have a blocker for the Catgeist. They don't kill my Heron. I'm netting 5 life a turn. Netting 5 life a turn is not going to matter if they start drawing cards, but we got to do it like this. All right, that I can tolerate. We still can race that, so that doesn't matter. I take Twin Blade Geist, no problem. Not even worried about that. I can afford to take 2 damage. Catgeist, on the other hand, I'm going to block. They can cast it on their Braincomber or whatever they want to do here. I'm not going to let them draw a card. Ooh, Cavalry, that's a good one. Let's go land. Cavalry. I want to see what they do the Catgeist on. Because if they do the Catgeist on the Geist, I guess if they have Fierce Retribution, they kill our Heron, but I might just have to accept it. So they did have the Fierce Retribution. It's not the end of the world. I'm going to see what they cast the Catgeist on. If they do the Twin Blade Geist, we still can block it with the infantry. And then we can... they trade anyway, so that's fine. Or I have to trade off my cavalry. I don't know. Could do it on the Brian Comer. Either way, it's not the end of the world. It's fine. We'll figure it out. No attacks. No plays. That I'm not sure about. Well... we're gonna try and get him here. Wish I hadn't tapped my estate so I could have made a blood token. Yeah, alright, we'll pass. So we'll see what they cast the Catgeist on. Twin Blade Geist is the wisest because then they get to divination, but then at least I can imprison it. And then it's not an issue anymore. So that actually is fine. Same thing as before. They get to draw a card. They draw one less card than if they'd done it on Geist, which is nice. We have the imprisonment now for the Binding Geist too, which is nice. So they get to draw a card. It's not the end of the world. It's still fine. We want to play this because then we have the mana to do everything there. Let's see if it resolves first. All right. Uh-oh. Cavalry's gotta make the most sense, right? Yeah. That makes sense. Alright, let's... yeah, let's just do this. Cash this in. All right. You're gonna be able to give double strike to the Geist. Do I want to play land? Well, probably if I draw another land, then I can still cash out a state, do it, maybe cast another spell, we'll see. All right. Big dude there. Still not the end of the world. They own a card in exile, so they can make the monstrosity unblockable with double strike. I feel like I need to find an answer for that, or the Geist. Another option is maybe I just start smashing for lethal. That might just be the move we have to do here. Once again, did not do it. I'm just... Voldaren Estate just auto-taps itself first, so... That's a problem. I've missed out on 2 blood tokens this game. Oh, and they got Wash Away too, huh? So now I'm really hurting. So this game's just about locked up for my opponent now, solely because of how it tapped my mana. So, all right. Always good to learn lessons. You know, I'm only like 50 drafts deep into this format, so I just have to remember that Voldaren. I'm so used to just letting auto tap do its thing that I haven't gotten screwed. I haven't gotten screwed by auto tap in a while, so I'm not used to it. But my opponent's gonna be able to just put me away in 2 turns now. Jeez, they're not even going for it, huh? They could have had us on a 2-turn clock. 13 plus 13. They would have dealt 26. Good draw there. Let's see if we can resolve it. All right. That's cool. If I had had a vampire there, technically, I was gonna say I have 3 lethal creatures next turn, so I don't even know if they can necessarily attack with the Geist now. We'll see. They can give a double strike though, and that makes things a little trickier. Yeah. All right. That's fine. Attacking? So... take it? Well... I think we actually attack with the infantry too here. That way if they can kill the Geist... like with a... whatever. Essentially, if they can kill Geist, I can still bring infantry back plus Geist and get 2 more flyers, which seems good. Oh. All right. That's fine. So we can do the initiate. I'm okay with getting the initiate out here. So we'll create a blood token and play the initiate and pass. Oof. It's actually pretty awesome for him. So they still have lethal next turn. Although they're at 3. So I don't know if they can afford to get in with both. I only have 2 flyers though. So they're gonna be able to keep something locked down and tap another one next turn. At least they're not attacking. I guess that's good. There we go. That's what we needed. All right, let's nip this problem in the bud right now. Not dealing with that anymore. So Heron Blessed Geist already forces him to block with the Wanderlight Spirit, but that's all we need to attack with, so whatever, we'll do it. Jeez, I feel like they almost... Not only did they almost draw into victory, I think there's a good chance they had victory and maybe missed it. I mean, they were at a low life total. I didn't do the math, but I feel like they had victory. They had us on a 2-turn clock at one point in the game when they had the Twin Blade to make the Dreadlight monstrosity, deal double strike. We were at 26. They could have dealt 13. They had a blocker. I feel as though they had lethal. I might be wrong, though. It's possible I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. All right, we'll see for the next one. All right, round 2, we'll play first. Yeah, we can keep this. Pretty good hand, actually. We got a curve going. Ooh, wow. Just curving out, huh? That's cool. We're gonna play the courier bat, that is for sure. Like I like having value, but this is gonna retribution or what? Sure. I'm still gonna play the bat. I feel like just keep getting in there. We don't have any visible life gain yet because Edgar needs to die before we even get that. So if they have a way to kill Edgar with like bleed dry, we're in some trouble. It is a common too, so they could have it. Okay. They didn't have the Edgar answer, so that's good. I think I'm actually going to attack with Edgar here, just to start spitting out some life linkers. See, if I don't and they find some answer for Edgar, and there's a lot in black and white, because you have like Sigarda's Imprisonment, you've got some good answers for it, I feel like. So this way I can kill the Socialite. Edgar's going to start making some life-linking vampires for me. Oh, well, that's fine too. They have like Gift of Fangs or something? Is that why they're like looking at our two dudes, thinking about it? All right, well, we're going to block the Ancestor. Maybe they have like Adamant Will. No? All right. Currently have lethal on the backswing, so they got to play something here. Maybe they do have the Gifted Fangs. No? All right, well, getting in there. And then they can, let's say they have removal, then they can put that thing on there and gain some more life. But it has menace, so I gotta get in there with everything anyway. That works for me. All right, we got a ton of removal. I'm all right with it. Now we even get, because we have the, wait, is it an enchantment or artifact? Oh, it's an artifact. Well, can I still play this? No. I was going to say, that'd be too good. So they can gain their life now, but we're making life linkers, so it's okay. Could have Diagraph Scavenger. All right. Well, that's okay too, actually. Jeez. Getting really aggressive there, huh? All right, Minister's good. Let's just go Minister. And we'll get in with the bat here. And then we'll pass. I actually needed to play land there, because... Oh. Well, that worked pretty well for him. So I think we'll do this on this, so we can get a little life gain. We'll pass. Hope they don't have the answer. If they do, we die. And we'll go to the next game. All right. It's acceptable. Granted, we don't have an enchantment anymore, but we get Edgar back, which is good. All right, Heron's good too. 7 mana. We don't have the enchantment for that, so let's just do Heron here for lifelink. And pass. Uh-oh. They got resurrection, huh? Guess I can block here. Sure. So I attack with both. And do I not have... I guess if I do it like this, I don't have good block for the farmer, so we'll just get in here. Kind of need an enchantment here. All right. Well, they can't protect the shield basher now. Probably just setting up for an attack next turn, which kind of makes sense. Oh, really? Not sure we can afford to attack here, unfortunately. Let's see. If I attack, they smash with everything. I mean, we're so close to lethal. But the Depraved Harvester, I think we need to... Yeah, we need blockers for that. All right. This is tough. This is a tough spot. I want to see how they attack. Not being able to get our Hair and Blessed guys back is kind of costly right now, too. They can get back... They only have one creature in the yard. So they can wait until after combat. That actually does work pretty well for them, I guess. All right, so figure out the blocks here. So I have to do the lifelink, so we can do this. debating just throwing the cavalry in front of the socialite. Because I'm going to pump all my vampires once Edgar comes back. Let's do this. So this way we gain 2, 3, 4, 5. This kind of makes sense. We gain a bunch of extra life too because of Heron of Hope. Maybe this isn't the best. I don't know. I don't know. All right, well, that's pretty good. Wait, I didn't have lethal anyway, right? No, I didn't. So keeping the extra one back is probably a good idea anyway. That way, if they have removal, we don't die. All right. It was a close one. Edgar, jeez, Edgar did so much work. What did he spit out? 6 lifelinkers and it's like 8 turns of Edgar. And it always feels like he would have summoning sickness after he comes back, but he's still on the board. He never left. He just changes. He just transforms. So they've got an interesting deck. They have a lot of removal. And they have a board wipe. Resurrections. They've got a good deck. Sanctify. Does that do anything? It deals with blood. No, it's. I mean, it deals with blood fountain. That's not good enough. No, they've got good removal. They've got good removal. There's not much we can do about it. Nurturing Presence seems worse. Wonder if I'd rather. I'm not really feeling the Nurturing Presence against all the removal they have. They don't have many token creatures, do they? No. Okay, well, that might actually make the Gargantua better. Because it's a good body against what they have, and I can maybe sack a token or something. So that's not bad. They didn't look like they had a lot of sack fodder. Everything else, I guess we'll just try here. I'm going to keep this. This hand needs some help, but I don't feel like mulliganing it. We have a lot of potential good draws, too, because we have like 3 infantries. And we have something else cheap, too. No, I can't remember. Well, I guess Griff Rider would not be bad here. Gaia. Nice. Well, that's cool. Guess we can do Gaia. Guess with no cards in the graveyard right now, she's a little bit less impressive, but that's all right. And that works for me. Let's do Kaya and whatever. All right, so we can imprison that, which is fine. No tokens yet, but that's all right. Guess we just go Scavenger, and we will drain our opponent for 2 here. And play the Minister, and plus it again. We definitely block. All right. A bunch of cards go to the graveyard, which is good. 4 1/1s might be good enough. I'd like a little bit more, but if I can't get it, whatever. If I wait the 1 extra turn, I might just wait the 1 extra turn. I know it seems a little greedy, but here's the thing. Currently, they can't kill Gaia. They have a chance to pump and deal damage to it, but if they can't, I can actually keep Kaya around and spit out a bunch of tokens, which seems pretty desirable. This is a little greedy. I could just have made 4 1/1s, but this seems okay to me. And this potentially works really well for us. Say they kill my Heron. It still works well for us. Yeah, they get it back now, which is fine. It's bigger. Sure. But, yeah, I think this is going to work well for us. So, we go Estate. We sack Sigarda's thing. I almost wish it didn't exile the Shield Basher here, but that's okay. Gives us an extra card with the imprisonment. Now we ultimate. We get like a billion dudes. We get 6 dudes. Kaya's still alive. I think we'll... Oh, I could have gotten an extra card if I used that. Could have gotten 7. I didn't think about that. Whoops. I mean, I assume we just go on the offensive here. Although, maybe not. I could have gotten the extra card. That was a mistake. I remember the imprisonment. I didn't remember the blood token. So reasons to not go on the offensive here. I guess they could have the board wipe too. Well, if they have board wipe, they're going to kill Kaya anyway. I'm just getting in for 2. I think they do have the board wipe, to be honest. And if they have the board wipe, I'd rather just get the damage in, because I don't think this... I think they kill Kaya anyway. Say they have the board wipe, they kill all our tokens, and then they attack Kaya, and they can tap down my Heron. So I might as well just get damage in. I have this strong suspicion they have the board wipe. No? Concession? Kaya did something? Kaya won the game? How is that possible? All right, we'll see for round 3. All right. Oh, that's a keep. Good keep. Very good keep. I don't want to trade mine for theirs, so I'm just going to do this for now. Mine feels more valuable right now, so that's fine. I'm willing to trade my infantry for their dude too, if I have to. So let's just do this. It's fine. I feel like this trade is still better for us. Like if I waited a turn, I could pump the infantry and train Griff Rider next turn, but I can still get in for 3 with Griff Rider because of Minister and play another one if I want. Wedding Announcement's a good card. I probably would have attacked if I were them. All right, so, oh, that's good. Now I can do Griff Rider plus Minister. I like that. So let's get in for 3. All right. So they attack with 2 creatures. They can draw a card, which is pretty good. But they'd rather make 1/1s. I'm all right with that too. So they do have some dudes up here. They have some mana. I think we'll end up playing the Heron of Hope this turn, so I'm going to double do this guy, get in there, play the Heron. Sure. That's mostly irrelevant, I would say. We still have quite a bit more flyers going for us, so we get to draw a card, they flip, their dudes are bigger. Kaya with no tokens. That's all right. Let's just go infantry. Guess we kind of want to divide and conquer here, huh? Well, they have to deal with both flyers. It's pretty big. And they do have an enchantment right now. We do too, which is good. Technically we still have lethal? Yeah, we do by my count. All right. Close one. I mean, we're at 20 life, but they could have stabilized there. It was possible. It's nice seeing Griffrider do something with Minister. Those two always said they work well together, and yet I feel like I never see it, but finally saw it. So Sanctify is technically an answer for... Yeah, Sanctify is coming in. We want the answer for Wedding Announcement and Sigarda's Imprisonment, so Sanctify never looked better. We can cut a creature, too, if I so desire. Oh, I can cut Nurturing Presence. Whatever. We can cut Nurturing Presence. I don't need Nurturing Presence for this deck to succeed. It does make our Heron Blessed Geist better, but kind of want to keep all my creatures and draw card stuff, so that's fine. We'll bring in Sanctify. It's interesting that Sanctify is a sorcery. They thought the 3 life gain with instant was too good. It's fascinating. All right. I guess we keep. Kaya's not looking super sexy here, but that's all right. Ah, it's a cool looking Unholy Officiant. All right. Well, guess I could downfall that. Can also Fierce Retribution it though. We'll see what they do. Could have done it on my turn in case they have Adamant Will or something, but that's all right. We'll just... I think I'll kill this. All right, Shield Basher, so we can... I think we'll just kill that and then play a Minister. So we'll play... If we draw land, we'll play Geist. If we don't, we'll do Heron and gain 2 life. Which seems pretty good. Alright. So be it. We actually don't gain the life because of that. I never know how this works. So... Because it's not, I feel like anytime I do something and I don't think you get the second effect, you get the second effect. Anytime I do it and I think I'm going to get this, I don't think I'm going to get the second effect, I don't get the second effect. Opposite of whatever I just said. I really do not understand how that works at all. I do not understand it. People say like it's on a different line or something like that. Please someone explain. It's on a different line. So because it's on the same line, I don't gain the life. It needs the target sometimes. It doesn't need the target sometimes. I don't get it. That's actually fine. So we're still... Yeah, that's fine. Guess I can do the imprisonment. I'm just going to do point of discussion because I still feel like we're winning the race here. It could be wrong. We'll find out. Oh, sanctify. Well, that's nice. Alright, so now we at least don't need to pay for the lifelink, so we can get in for 3. And then I can play the Heron Bless Geist here. That was a good draw. I don't think we die to Arm the Cathars. 5 plus 3. I think they have it too. I think it's close. Probably come close to dying from it, but let's see. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think they're 1 short if they do have it. I feel like they have Arm the Cathar, but I think they're 1 short. All right. Maybe they don't. Oops, I forgot to use the Minister. I don't think it matters. All right. Well, took the draft with this deck, which is interesting because I didn't think this deck was busted. It's cool that we had Kaya and Edgar, and they synergize well together. But this deck was certainly not anything special. Nothing I thought would win a draft, but hey, we got there. I'll take it. Always take draft victories. And we got to go off once with Kaya, so that's cool too. Anytime you get to go off with Kaya, that's fun. So let's do some pack one, pick ones here. Well, Chandra seems like a fun one. Red ramp with damage, plus free spells. Exile top 5, cast red spells from among them this turn. You get an emblem with whenever you cast a red spell. Well, I mean, definitely you could go off with the emblem. I think the fact both pluses are very good. Ramp or free spells are both awesome though, so great card. Red ramp. Gotta love it. All right. Pack one, pick one here. We take the Circle of Confinement. It's proven itself to be pretty excellent removal in the format. Pack one, pick one here. I think you just slam the Flame Blast Bolt. Great removal. Exile is huge for all the disturb shenanigans. Here we take the Bleed Dry. Deals with all of the important feel bad rares except Avabruck Caretaker. Easy Olivia. This is one of the feel bad mythics. That one, that's a real game flipper there. And another Olivia. Well, easy enough. Easy peasy. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.